Hi everyone, I'm Jemaku Brimstone and welcome to the review of The Discipline, the third EP by the band Earth Crisis. Today we're celebrating the 10th anniversary of the record, so I decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. My story with this band is quite simple. I've stumbled upon a music video for their song Provoke back in 2000, 2001, something along those lines. I was like 4 years old at the time and I just loved the song. I remember recording the music video on a VHS tape and I would just rewatch it all of the time. Years later, when I finally got the internet, I've checked out their entire discography and I've been their massive fan ever since. I got to see the band live last year and it was fantastic. I've got to hang out with the band, talk to Scott for like over an hour. It was crazy, amazing. Thanks for your time. I was the dude in Salvation of Innocence t-shirt. And I've already reviewed some of their records like Breed the Killers, Firestorm, so go check those videos out. One of the reasons why I'm still a massive fan of this band is that they remain consistent over the years. No matter if you're listening to the earliest records or the newer ones, it's still fantastic and I love that. The Discipline is an interesting EP because it was recorded for the 20th anniversary of the first record, Destroy the Machines, and it features 2 songs from that record re-recorded and 2 tracks that were like written and released in 1992 or 93 on some demos, and now you can actually listen to them in better quality. For example, I did review Behind the Mask already in my Firestorm video because that video was split into 2 parts, Firestorm EP and Firestorm Demo. And these 2 had like a different tracklist, so go check that video out. When it comes to the lineup of this band, it remains the same since 1998. We've got Carl on the vocals, Scott on the guitar, Eric on the rhythm guitar, Ian Bulldog on the bass, and Dennis on the drums. The production on the EP is tight, it's clean but heavy, no less no clipping just the way I like it. It's way better than Destroy the Machines, obviously. Love how the drums and the vocals are mixed and the guitars, the bass, all of that stuff. Message is diverse, the songs are mostly about being proud of being straight edge, anti-drug use, anti-alcohol, anti-animal cruelty, pro-vegan, that kind of stuff. I truly enjoy that message because I'm straight edge myself, so who would have guessed, right? The structure of the tracks is advanced. We've got an intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, then a change, something new is happening, then they might go back to verse, pre-chorus, chorus, then the bridge, chorus, outro, and sometimes they just don't do that, like for example in the song Behind the Mask, the song just keeps on changing. The first minute of the song is completely different from the second one. New Effect has some repetitions, but they threw in some new stuff in between to keep it fresh. I guess Time of Strife has the most normal structure, I'd say. Now let's talk about the musicianship. Let's start with the drummer. His groove, his style, the precision of his playing is perfect. I love it. He sounds just as good as he did in the 90s. Next we've got the bass work. It's audible. The bassist mostly follows the guitars, but there are some moments here and there where only the bass is playing or the bassist and the drummer. Next we've got the guitar work, and I must say that I love the crunchy guitar riffs. They're heavy, passionate. They are like simple to play, but so much fun. And besides the crunchy, heavier breakdown riffs, we also have some cool thrash-inspired melodies here and there. One of the melodies on The Discipline reminds me of the band Dev, the one by Chuck Schuldiner. It has that vibe to it. So there's variety when it comes to the guitar playing and I truly adore that. Last but not least, let's talk about Carl and his vocals. This is one of the main reasons why I prefer this EP over the versions of the songs from Destroy the Machines, because at the time Carl was like sick or something, his voice was blown out, so he doesn't sound that great on Destroy the Machines, Then Gomorrah came out like in 1996, and that's where we've heard his best performance probably. Like he sounded so demented, so angry, like passionate. And here, his unique mix of growling and screaming makes these versions much more enjoyable to me than the original songs on Destroy the Machines, where his vocals were just not as good. Like even to this day, I think that Destroy the Machines should be just recorded in its entirety. It does not mean that the songs are bad, they're actually fantastic, and that's the reason why I would want all of them to sound the best way. We almost have half of the album recorded because we've got 2 songs here, and this year they've released a new split with Integrity with 2 other songs from Destroy the Machines, so that's actually quite nice. Now we need new versions of The Wrath of Sanity and Forced March. I would love that. Who knows, maybe by 2045 we're going to get the entire Destroy the Machines record re-recorded finally. Now let's rate the individual songs. The EP opens up with The Discipline. I love the intro. Toom, 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 and the vocals. The vocals are just so good. They're just wow, much better than the original version, obviously. Love the guitar riffs, the changes. Toom, toom, doo doo doom. You know this song, you know that it bangs, it's a banger, 10 out of 10. This is the best version, obviously. Behind the Mask, so this is the new version of that song from Firestorm demo. I must say that I prefer the vocals here, and I love the production values, but I feel like the band's performance was like more chaotic and passionate on the demo version. And I'm not saying that because I have nostalgia towards the demo, I wasn't even born yet, so yeah, somehow you just can feel that, you know, there's like slight difference between those two, but this one still slaps, you know, it's great, I enjoy the song, the middle part, the more thrashier bit, all that stuff, 9 out of 10, new epic, this version, wow, just wow. Now it's one of my all-time favorite Earth Crisis songs, I must say. On the original album, it's just okay, you know, like 8, 9 out of 10 because of the vocal performance, but here the vocals just so powerful, so passionate. War, innocent, Lord. And just with the growling, the murder, how he pronounces murder, just so good. So yeah, this song slaps, the message behind it, honest and true, I stay behind it 100%. This is a classic one. That breakdown in the middle and the other one like later, they're just so iconic. 11 plus out of 10. Time of Strife, another demo track re-recorded from the 90s, and I love the bass lines, you know, the opening. It reminds me of Sick of It All a little bit. Then the guitar is yeah, it has that Sick of It All vibe now that I think about it. So yeah, the vocals slap. This song is actually fantastic. I have no clue why it wasn't like recorded for the first or the second album. Earth Crisis is such a great band that they have so many demos and unused songs that when they finally come out, you just scratch your head and think, why wasn't this already on the album? Like, I am still mad that The Order was not on the first album or the second album. You know, that re-recorded The Order version from 94, 95, the one that is on the Last of the Sane compilation or record, whatever you call it. The Order is so good. It's like it deserved to be an actual song. Like, they should play The Order every day. Like, if I was like rich or something, I would make this band play The Order live, because in its entirety, not just the intro, because the intro is fantastic, but the entire song just slaps all the way. So yeah, that's all. Time of Strife, fantastic song, 10 plus out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable, the flow is ideal, replayability. Yeah, this EP is a masterpiece. I enjoyed from beginning to end. The highlights here, obviously, new effect, Time of Strife, and The Discipline. I must say that the only complaint I have is that this should have had more songs, like 1 or 2 tracks more, like another unreleased song and one recording. My guess is that in the next 10 years we're going to get another EP celebrating Destroy the Machines record with 4 more songs, and I cannot wait for it. That would be actually quite cool. So yeah, that was the review. Very short one, very positive one, because I have nothing to complain about. Just enjoy this band so much. So celebrate the anniversary of this EP by listening to it today. It deserves your love and attention. I'm also going to review Destroy the Machines, but that anniversary is coming up later, so stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed this review, give it a like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, links in the description. Write down in the comments, what do you think about these re-recordings? Do you enjoy them more than the official album? Or maybe you're old and you have like nostalgia towards the original record and you're like, nah, these new versions are not as good. So tell me all about it. I would love to hear from you. And well, shout out to all of my Patreon members who gracefully support me. You're all truly wonderful. If you want, you can join them so I can make more videos like this one, because reviews are great, but they do not bring any revenue whatsoever, and also they take a long time to make actually. So yeah, thanks for all that. Have a great day. See you later. Bye.